another poison in our kitchen is the white refined sugar. So the perfect alternative for our the white sugar is we have our sugar cane jaggery powder, palm jaggery, this palm sugar, honey. So everything we have as an alternative solution. The only one thing is, again, the solution is you need to find yourself where these are the genuine products will be get it. So first we will move to the few parents will ask me like what is the difference between palm jaggery and sugar cane jaggery. I can call in Tamil Nadu chakre. So see, the organic jaggery powder main ingredient is sugar cane juice, and the palm jaggery main ingredient is palm juice. That's it. So the main ingredient differs, and in such a way, as I said, um, what is the regular alternative for the our commercial white sugar is, I can say, organic jaggery powder, as simple as such, because it is very economical one. It is very in the market, when comparatively you can get this organic jaggery powder, which is very good for every one of our family. So as I said, what is the difference between, you can see in this picture, a farmer have been making a palm jaggery. In the first row you can see this how palm jaggery have been produced, and the next one is this organic jaggery powder, how they are preparing. So you can see the difference of the ingredients itself in the picture. See, in palm juice is the basic ingredient for both palm jaggery as well as the palm crystals, palm sugar, but there is a production method will be the different one. Let's say like 10 liters of palm juice, farmers will be in a process where they can prepare it, and the end product is they will be get the organic jaggery powder. And while in the preparation of organic jaggery powder, they can separate the upper side of the container where they will make the palm juice will be healed, and they will take this upper part of it where it will be like a paka crystal clear palm juice. So they will take this, and there is a preparation method in a natural way that will be the end product as a palm crystal. I hope you get some point. And move to the next natural sweetener is honey. So now natural honey is nothing but you can collect it. If let's say like if a farmer is having this moringa farm, they will put in a box, and such a way honeybees will collect that the juice from each and every flower from moringa flower, and they will be collected as a moringa honey. Likewise, many flavors are there, and you can make use of that also in your nearby regions. And you can know much more about the natural sweeteners in our in the given link. You can make a note of it. And the next slide, which we are supposed to go and see, is the traditional snacks. And again, as I said, our kids nowadays, using the commercials, advertisements, and everything, they are the first, people will be more, affected by these so-called junk foods. So what I can suggest you is find yourself, like prepare yourself, like this traditional snack, because in Green Hands we have been introduced, occasionally whenever we are, for Diwali we have introduced traditional snacks, and now we have, regularly we have been introduced, like using the basic idea is traditional rice, millets, cold pressed oils, natural sweeteners. With the all the natural ingredients, you can make use of the and prepare the traditional snacks like mapale samba, murukku, and then like little millet laddu. See, uh, we can make n number of sweets also. Whatever you have the commercial sweets, I can bet you that we can prepare each and every commercial sweet as the same dish into the natural ingredients, and we can give it to our kids. So how we can make it? I can say it is up to you. You need to find the solution, and you need to find a way, find the recipes, and you can prepare yourself. And we move to the next topic. uh, the most important, and the we are much unaware about thing is the food adulteration. So I'll just go through few of main food adulteration in your daily to day to day life, and especially on food part. So the first most important thing is vegetables and fruits, because these are the things which we are daily consuming it. And how many of you know that we are taking those veggies and fruits as a little poison in our day to day life. So I can say, think about it, because whenever I'm going through meet traditional farmers, whenever I have supposed to travel, I am seeing, like, in most of the travel, farmers who are producing, the commercial farmers I'm talking about, so who are producing these vegetables and fruits, uh, they are spray these chemical fertilizers and pesticides in order to kill the bugs. But the fact is, uh, we are consuming those poisonous fertilizers and pesticides as a thing, and now, like, we are taking it without knowing it. And the next most important thing is spices, which have a huge food adulterated thing. Why I am saying is, as we all know that spices are so costly, and there are, like, pepper, they can add papaya seeds, and in red chilies they can add brick powder also. Yeah. So it's like, there are many fearful things are happening beyond our vision. And I can say, like, you just think about a little aware about what are all the things which have the food adulterants. And the next thing is dals. And as I said, how many of you know that the skin part of each and every dal and pulses will be the most nutritious thing. Let's say for black gram, many of, as I said, the end product is urad dal, right? So in urad dal itself, the black skin, which is the most nutritious part, but what we are doing is we are removing the skin and make it polished, and the end product is, as I said, white polished rice. Now we are getting the polished dals. So please aware about it and find a natural dals which is produced in a natural farming way. And as I said, the solution for to avoid this food adulteration is, you need to buy from your genuine source, genuine farmers. And most probably we all know that hybrid foods, you can try to avoid it also. So these are the few main food adulterants in our current food, and you can please aware about it and switch over from it. And the next slide, what we are going through is, in our day to daily life, how we can take food as a medicine. Because in our most of our family, I will pretty make sure that medicine, we are now spend a particular budget for medicines, right? So now we are taking medicine as food rather than food as a medicine. I will just give you some small insights on how to take food as a medicine, like, in order to overcome all these medicines. So now I'll just give you, in our day to day life, how we can just switch over from a simple easy technique where we can implement and to be healthy. So the first thing is, um, I hope we all without tea or coffee, our morning won't be in a positive vibrated way, right? So I hope even many of us still have this bed coffee or bed tea. Days, what our ancestors does is, see, they will pick either a herb or a flower, the whatever they grows, they will pick it, just put in warm water, and they will take it as a tea. That's it. Very as simple as such. See, if you are having a hibiscus, a flower, just pick, just wash it and put 2 to 3 petals and have in warm water. That will be the hibiscus tea. So we all know that in avarampu, which is anti-aging part. So You just pick the avarampu leaves and prepare a avarampu tea. Likewise, moringa, it's a super easiest is a magical, most nutritious uh, food in the world, and we can just collect the moringa leaves, put in warm water and have it. That's it, as simple as such. So likewise, we have the alternative like hibiscus tea, avarampu tea, moringa tea, and tulsi tea, cumin tea, herbal tea, especially probiotics. Nowadays people will much aware about probiotics. So these are the few important, see, it's up to you guys. So whatever you have in your nearby, or start the terrace gardening and put these things, and you can take it, uh, you know easy way to prepare a tea or a coffee in the natural way. So I think you get some idea about this alternative drink, and move to the breakfast. Many of us will have like uh, you know roti or chapati in morning, or idli. So what I suggest you as a breakfast part is steamed foods. Whatever comes under steamed foods, you can take it, because on the morning, very first morning, we supposed to give a light food to our body, enhance in order to get some initial energy to start with the day. So I can suggest like idli, puttu, pongal, idiyappam, kali. These are all some steamed foods which we can take in our as a breakfast. And most probably, what I suggest was, which was what I was follow in my family, is mapale chamba porridge. It's very simple, very easy, no that much time taken, but very energious one. So you can try this maple chamba porridge also. And another most important thing is fermented rice. So on ancient days, what our ancestors will does is, whatever the left of the rice will have on that day, on night they will be put in a bowl and add some more water and close the bowl in a cotton thread. And the next day they will first take this fermented rice as their breakfast, so that it will be as nowadays the research part tell us like the most, almost all the nutritional value is much more in the fermented rice. I hope you can get it. And the next slide is, we'll go through the lunch and the dinner. So many parents will ask me like, Mani, what can I take as a lunch? So now I can say like, the traditional rice, as I in previous slide as I said, now the tangachamba and kichli samba, you can make it as a meals. As I said, now you can take, you can prepare tangachamba and kichli samba rice and take this as a main lunch meals. And added to that, I request you to add spices whenever like fenugreek, even the turmeric, pepper, all these, anjare petti, in Tamil we can say anjare petti in our kitchen. That is the most important, the ingredients which help us to be more rich in antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, everything will be there. And even as I said, that's why spices are much more important to our food. And add more native vegetables. Whatever you are getting in your nearby, you can add these native vegetables in your lunch meals, so that whatever you are having it, just prepare as easy as such and take it. And also I suggest add nati ghee in your food, so that you can get, it will help to reduce your gaba, vada, pitta. So I think in Tamil we called gabam, vadam, so you can add this nati ghee. And another thing is, many parents will ask me like, whether I can take a fruit while lunch or dinner. I suggest you to take any fruit at least half an hour to 1 hour before your meals. No matter whether you are taking a fruit in lunch or dinner, but make sure you supposed to take this, native fruits in a before or after at least half an hour to 1 hour meals. And most important part, the next thing is the dinner part. Because what we usually does in our current day to day life, we are eating, most people will also won't eat breakfast, and they will eat very little bit in lunch, and they will have a huge meals or a big part, most high calorie food in the night. But I suggest you, for dinner you can take as much as very little and as much as little quantity of food. And what I suggest you is, preferably, as I said, before food you can take, before dinner you can take any fruit. And you can prepare the traditional rice dosa or roti or porridge. Like as I said, we have this millet based. See, the recipe is up to you, you need to find it. However, we are trying to share the recipes in our blog, in our portal. You can check through after the session. You can reach out us to share, to get these recipes. And as I said before, see, your dinner should be in and around 7 to 8, maximum 9 p.m., at least 1 or 2 hours before sleep. So that's how your body will consume and get the energy and have prepare for the good sleep. So that is like, in dinner part, you can have very light food. And we move to the next slide, which is like some tips. So I gonna give you some tips on eating habits. See, we all know that we don't have time. We like we are in a hurry burry to eat, and we are watch TV while eat. So I give you some small tips on how to eat. First, most important thing is, please don't watch TV and eat. Because see, each and every food which you are supposed to, whatever the food, it might be a porridge, it might be a meals, it might be a roti, it might be a dosa or idli. Focus on your food. And have, the food should be bite and munch and grain inside your mouth, and then only with the saliva, and then only goes to your stomach, which helps in good digestion. But most of us, what we are doing is, like, grab the milk, just gulping the food. And what we are giving, like the most heaviest part is like digestive system will get some more and more time. See, focus on what you eat. Just close your mouth and eat. And try to don't drink water either before or after meals of 30 minutes. So if you are going to take a meal, make sure before 30 minutes or after 30 minutes you don't have to take water, because that also will affect your digestion. And another thing, a small tip is, don't eat sweets as much as possible. Avoid sweets as much as possible. Because um, I suggest you, though it is a traditional snacks or traditional sweets which you have prepared, how try to avoid the sugar content in, take as it to your body. Because the sugar, what does is, it will affect your body cells. So that will be a very big topic. But I suggest you try to avoid sweets and try to reduce the if you are a regular daily lover of sweets, try to avoid or try to reduce it. And see, whatever you are taking it, be healthy food, whatever. But still, we need, at least a month, monthly once, you have a cheat day. Let's say, like, you want, you love some food which is, though it is unhealthy, but I suggest, I give you a tip, like, at least monthly once you do a cheat day, so that on remaining days you will be follow the healthy food habit. And a little secret of your food intake is, eat 80% of only what you need. That is, your body or mind says, like, I need some extra food to complete my meal. So on that part you can stop it and close your meal, whether it is a breakfast or lunch or dinner. Just have the 80% of your food what you need and close it. Even I am following it. And this will helps in easy digestion of our our body. I hope you must, you just give it a try on tips whatever I have given, and I hope you will be, um, you will see a small change in your body and your health by implementing these tips. And the next part is the most important part is what we have learned in this corona lockdown. So, see, actually, for the past, I think 30 years, this world will has never been stopped. After globalization, we the entire world only run on what's next, and we didn't care about our body or health, right? So, in this Corona shutdown, what I have learned was no matter whether you are a Ambani or whether you are a common man, end of the day you need food, right? We don't bother about big brands, we don't bother about iPhone, we don't bother about whatever the so called brand which we have in our mindset. We see, think about it, we forget all the brands, and now end of the day we are in a market where we have been buying vegetables, fruits, and the groceries part. So think how much important the food plays a major role in our life. In this shutdown, how many of us have think about like um, see, the you can it's a totally people way of thinking is changed now. So focus on food, try to support our traditional farmers, because they are the pillars of our country, and most probably they are, I can say, like they are the god, because after mother earth they are the people who are producing and giving us and feed a food, right? So support our traditional farmers, and most importantly buy locally. In after shutdown, instead of go for a commercial malls and get in a the big grocery shops, just try to buy in a local grocery, so that we will be directly supporting them. And most probably be conscious on what you eat. As I said in the previous slide, be conscious on what you eat. What is this food is good for us? Is this food is definitely you know good. So likewise, as I said, focus on more your health, focus on your food, and teach your kids like what is a good food, how to lead a healthy food lifestyle. And I hope in this total session, you will be somewhat learn more about and lead a medicine free healthy lifestyle. And I a big thanks, gratitude to my guru Nammalvaraya, who is the father of organic farming of South India. So he spent his whole life to meet farmers, commercial farmers, to advise them, to guide him to change from commercial farming into natural farming. And my life's most inspirational part, most important part is met my guru Nammalvaraya. And that is where now green hands, and I again, the real heroes is the farmers. Now you are seeing these farmers who are regularly supporting us and giving their foods to our community. And I hope, I'm just sincere gratitude and thanks to my guru Namalvaraya and our real heroes farmers. And that's it, guys. So I hope you learn something new, and I hope it will be much useful for to your family as well. So guys, any stories you can you can ask. I try to answer it. So what is the use of hibiscus tea? See, actually, hibiscus is good for heart. Okay, so in it will improve the hair growth, and it will the it will increases the hemoglobin level of our body. So the most important, the beneficial of hibiscus tea is it good for heart. Anyone can take it, especially for older people. They must take this hibiscus tea. See, very simple. You just pick 2 to 3 hibiscus flowers and put in a warm water. That's it. Hibiscus tea is ready. And what are the other probiotics other than dairy products? See, probiotics is the fermented rice itself a probiotic. And you can have this rice water. After the steamed rice, you have water, right? You had some fenugreek and put this red chilies, this green chilies crown, and make it for 8 hour, wait for 8 hour, and then you can take it as a probiotic. And even apple cider vinegar, now you get the apple cider vinegar, that is also a probiotic. So you just learn about, you just find, what are the health benefits of probiotic, and you can take it. And what is nati ghee? Nati ghee is nothing but which is produced from nati cow's milk. Recent times you heard about nati cows, like each and every state has their own nati cows. So from nati milk, we are preparing the nati cow ghee, which is again we call it as A2 ghee. So you can find more about nati ghee in our community. You just join our WhatsApp group, and you can ask your queries. We will be able to help you, and we can share more knowledge on not only A2 ghee, many useful things. And what about milk and curd? Can we consume A2 milk? Definitely, you can milk. See, actually, what we suggest is milk is not for us, and milk is not for humans. Is only for calves. But in case we, in last 50 years, we make ourselves that milk is the most important part of our life. So if you are, definitely you need to take a milk, I suggest you go for A2 milk, nati cow milk. So that is the answer for your query. And how many times we need chew one serving of the food? See, it's nothing like, take a food and bite 5 times, 10 times. See, you can feel that the food should be grained and make it as a powder, and like you feel that okay, we can gulp it now. So take the food, close your mouth, chew it. You can feel that saliva in itself will be mixed with your food, and gulp it. So you can feel that it's up to you, how much time it will take it. And what are our traditional vegetables? See, this ladies fingers, greens, and this our god, whatever, bottle god, snake god, these are the few naughty vegetables. You can explore some more, in Google, and you can find it. If you really need it, you can contact us through our WhatsApp group. I will definitely guide you. And how many meals and snacks should we eat every day? This is the most important question in this session, because see, actually what I suggest was, you can take 2 meals a day, probably on morning 10 o'clock and evening 7 o'clock. So, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you get some idea about what is traditional food, what is traditional, how traditional farmers are struggling, and how we can make use of these traditional foods in our healthy life, and how to make food as a medicine. So, I hope you get some idea. So for more details, if you need more details, more guidance on healthy foods, traditional foods, you can reach out our HLP community.